Time now for PFT on Yahoo Sports. He's Peter King. I'm Mike Florio, taking a look at some of the biggest stories in the National Football League. And one of the biggest stories the first several weeks of the season, what the heck is wrong with the Patriots? Now, after barely beating the Jets in primetime on a Monday and then handling the Ravens on a Sunday in primetime, Patriots have won 2 in a row. They're 4-5. Peter, are they still alive in the AFC?
I think they're alive, Mike. And I think, who knows, they might be the 7th seed in the playoffs. You never know. But I also think that this shouldn't blind anyone to the reality of what the Patriots really are right now. And that is a team that needs to rebuild. They've got to figure out their long-term quarterback, which I doubt they have on their roster. But, hey, you never know. Maybe they re-sign Cam Newton for a couple of years and see what happens. But, you don't know who the quarterback's going to be. Other than the ascending Jacoby Myers, you really don't know a lot about what your skill positions are going to be. So there's a lot of work to be done with this team. But, hey, I named Josh McDaniels one of my coaches of the week this week, and I think what he has done with lesser talent, to put it mildly, at all of his skill positions and figuring out, hey, Jacoby Myers, you can actually throw the football. So the biggest play in the game against the Ravens, what is it? It's an option pass from Jacoby Myers to Rex Burkhead. And, nobody's ever seen Jacoby Myers throw the ball. So that is what you do when you are talent disadvantaged. And I think the Patriots, especially McDaniels, has done a good job with that.
They're currently the 10th seed in the AFC, so they would have to leapfrog 3 teams down the stretch, which means they need to win as many games as they can. If they would run the table and finish 11-5, I suspect they would not get nudged out like in 2008 when they went 11-5 and didn't make it because of that 7th spot. But, Peter, as a practical matter, they've got a lot of work to do. This hole that they've dug themselves is not going to be easy to climb out of, and they've got some challenging games coming. They've got some very winnable games, but they still have the Cardinals, they still have the Rams, they still have the Dolphins, they still have the Bills.
Mike, listen, we shan't get too excited about a team that's won 2 in a row. One of them a week ago, in which they were behind the worst team in recent NFL history by 10 points in the fourth quarter. And in the other one, I don't know how much of an advantage playing in a monsoon is, and I don't know why it would be a big advantage for New England other than so many of their players have played in a lot of lousy weather. But, I mean, let's be a little bit realistic. The New England Patriots are 4-5. They're not very good. We'll see what happens. And other than that, I can't get too excited about them. And I also can't believe that if they did make the playoffs as the 6th or 7th seed, that they'd make a lot of damage. Unless, look, if they go on a ridiculous run and finish 11-5, then talk to me then. But this just doesn't look like that team that could go on an could finish 11-5.
I will say this. The Terminator is not dead until you have melted him down and turned him into a line of wristwatches. And I'm not going to assume that this Patriots team can't figure out where it's going. It's what John Harbaugh told me last week, getting ready to face the Patriots. They're still the Patriots. They still have Bill Belichick. And look, they still got bit by the Patriots, even though they went in there on guard of what they could be walking into. And, Peter, if I'm the Chiefs or the Steelers and I'm hosting a divisional round game, I'd much rather have the Browns or the Raiders than the New England Patriots rolling into town in a single elimination setting. Give me a team where they're going to be wide-eyed and it's new to them, not a team that has a coach who has been there and done that over and over and over again with the season riding on the outcome of one game.
Maybe. I mean, I think we're getting far too excited about the New England Patriots after they came back to beat the New York Jets down by 10. It just, let's settle down a bit.
Oh, come on. Let's have some fun. We'll have some fun again with another edition of PFT on Yahoo Sports. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.